What's up everyone, welcome to this new episode of Songquirks, and the quirky song we're gonna tackle today is called Not of This Earth, and it's by Joe Satriani, and it's the first song off of his debut album called Not of This Earth. And this song probably sums up what his music is all about, and it's also the first thing that a lot of people listened to from him back in the day. The quirkiness of this song permeates not only the rest of that album, but the rest of his discography. What makes the song special is the way it's composed and the technique behind it, and Satriani dubs it pitch axis theory. The idea behind this technique is picking a tonal center, in this case E, and then stringing along a bunch of chords that sound unified but are not part of one single key. Probably the best way to understand pitch axis is to actually see it, so take a look at this graph and notice that all of these different modes and chords revolve around a single note, but everything else except for that one note is independent and can be chromaticized at will. Satriani actually explores a bunch of different modes in this song, and even though all of them are based on E, they're not similar enough for them to be part of the same scale. For the most part, the song is based on E Lydian, E Aeolian, and E MIXOLYDIAN on top of a chord progression that is extremely interesting and starts off the song and sounds like this. And the chords here are E major 13, which is this one, E minor 7 sharp 5, which is this one, then back to E major 13, and then you go to E7 sus 4, which sounds like this. The melody on top of that first E major 13 chord is in E Lydian and sounds like this. The second one moves to E Aeolian and basically cancels all of the previous accidentals and sounds like this. On the return of that E major 13, you get a Lydian line again, but this one's a bit more interesting because at the end you have a D natural, which anticipates the next mode, which is E MIXOLYDIAN on top of that E7 sus 4 chord and sounds like this. Throughout the song, you maintain that transition from Lydian to Aeolian, back to Lydian, and then MIXOLYDIAN, except for this passage here. Where the Aeolian is substituted for a chromatic 1 mode. It's basically an Aeolian with a sharp 4. And in addition, you get a chromatic leading tone in the MIXOLYDIAN bar. This sounds like this. The fact that so many different modes and chromatic notes coexist is extremely fascinating, and this is a trait of Satriani's music. You can hear stuff like this in a lot of his songs, from Sach Boogie to Overdriver and a lot of others. And it makes up for a quite distinctive sound. And one final note here, this type of compositional technique is not necessarily new to Satriani. Bela Bartok has explored something like this in something that he called modal melodic chromaticism, and this is something he kind of picked up from folk music. I didn't want to go too much in depth into something like this just because it seems to be a subject on its own, but let me know if you're interested in that type of exploration in the comments below, and I'll make sure to make a video on it. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got something out of it, and until next time, not of this earth.